I live in the center of Kyiv. I didn't hear sirens, but I heard blasts, some very distant blasts, like between 5 and 6 a.m. Kyiv time. So it was obvious something was happening. Of course, I checked the news. I checked the recent information. And so Ukraine woke up to very terrible news, the attack from Russia. And people had to figure out what they had to do. So in the morning in Kyiv, there were some, lines of cars trying to get out of Kyiv. Maybe you can see that in the footage. A lot of cars, a lot of people are trying to leave, but also a lot of people are staying in Kyiv. Continue working. We've got requested to stay home, work from home, to follow the security instructions if something happens. So if there is a siren, we have to proceed to the nearest bomb shelter and things like that. So yeah, that's how life looks in Kyiv now.
Yeah, and is it a sense of disbelief that this has actually come to pass, even though the threat of it has been hanging around you all for so long now?
Well, people till the very end, they would believe that nothing bad would happen. But when it happened, they have to deal with that. They have to deal with a new reality. Today, we woke up in a totally different world. It's not the same as it was yesterday. So now we have to figure out how to deal with this new reality and what to do in order to avoid even worse development that we are facing now.
What is it going to mean for you that the country is in a state of martial law?
The martial law was introduced this morning, and basically it's a set of common sense procedures imposed by the state in order to ensure normal function of critical infrastructure, first of all, in order to to arrange easier evacuation in case of necessity, in order to make life as normal as possible given the situation. So that was very much expected that the martial law would be introduced, and it was.
Yes. Given Russia's apparent intentions to demilitarize, basically neuter Ukraine as an independent country, what do you expect the response is going to be from the military, from the government? Will they lay down their arms as Putin has ordered?
There is only one response from Ukraine. Ukraine is fighting back, and Ukraine will be fighting back. That's the only option that we have. And now it's not just a war between Russia and Ukraine. It's a war between Russia and the civilized world. So it's some sort of clash of civilization taking place right now in front of our eyes. And we are standing strong. We believe in the Ukrainian army. We believe that we will fight back, and we're really hopeful for the global support to Ukraine in this very dire moment. But yeah, we are standing strong.
You talk of support from the West, but it's been clear that there will be no boots on the ground from Western forces. How does that make you feel?
We are grateful for all the support that has been provided so far in terms of military equipment, in terms of financial support. Ukraine is trying to generate this big support from the international community that can make a huge pressure on Russia and make them stop doing what they're doing. I really hope that this global pressure will bring some results.
And do you think the sanctions, I mean, we've seen, Russia has been sanctioned now for years. The warnings were clear. There were sanctions imposed the minute he made his first declaration around Donetsk and Luhansk. Do sanctions work?
It's it's hard for me to evaluate the impact of those sanctions on Russia now, and we are expecting new sanctions to come. Again, the real impact of sanctions will be evaluated a little bit later, but we need something that will help us that will bring some immediate relief. I don't know what it would be, honestly.
And Olessia, for you and your family, what is your sense? Are you going to stay put?
Yes, we're staying in Kyiv, trying to stay put, trying to stay focused on what we are doing, on our work, on our family life. And yes, we hope that this situation will be over soon.
Well, our thoughts are with you. Thank you very much for joining us at this difficult time.
Thank you very much for having me.